This is my recipe of the day. It's hummus.
I think it's
And
a recipe of
keto.
the week.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's vegan keto. It's awesome. And I'm going to eat it with this. I'm going to drink it with this, which I made it a tastier way. So it has a little more carbs today, but I can afford it because of this. Fantastic.
You called it
That's
vegan keto, but you didn't explain what it was.
No, I will.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about Nightmare Alley, and the thing with feathers got bottom of the stack. For me, I didn't care for it at all. So
it's what is his name?
Cumberbatch?
Cumberbatch. Okay.
No, let's see if...
Cumberbund is what I was thinking.
Yeah. So I'm going to stick them under there because...
That's where they belong.
Sure. So this is my outfit for today. It's, maybe I'll prop that up a little more like so. There we go. I bet you that'll be better. I don't know if it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'm being silly. Maybe that will be. I don't know. Anyway, we'll try it like that and see how it goes. This is my outfit. It's, nothing special. I like how the back has like this little window thing. That's kind of cool. But
what's that? Target for mosquitoes?
My skin is very loose here. I'm like a Shar-Pei. But I'm okay with that. If I were a teenager and I had been bigger and I lost weight and this happened, oh boy, I'd be sad. But
tough being a teenager.
It's tough being a teenager.
Yeah.
So
the whole idea is just to survive.
Yeah. You'll get through it. So,
well, make sure you do.
Yeah, it gets better.
It gets
In fact,
way better.
if you're a woman and you have some sense about you, then it gets even better. Once after menopause, it's awesome. Just get to that point. So, and then you can have a really enjoyable life. So James had his hummus sample with the chips. So I brought that out just in case he gets jealous and wants to have some more. The reason that my rose smoothie is tastier today and it has more carbs is because I put the Oikos Pro plain yogurt, so it added 4 grams net carbs to the thing. Oh, but it's so worth it. Anyway, it can get even better, but then it wouldn't be keto. So it's not, that drink is not vegan anymore because it has the yogurt. But honestly, I don't want to lose more weight. And so that's why I'm dipping into the yogurt, because I know from experience, once I start dipping into the yogurt, I will gain a little bit of weight, if anything. Like it might stay the same, but I'm not going to lose. So that's why I'm going for the yogurt in the drink, just to do that. So we'll see how that works out. I don't know. With the hummus, this is the easiest hummus I've ever made in my life. And the...
it might be the tastiest too.
It might be the tastiest.
And perhaps the tastiest. Yeah. I had a nice sample of it, and...
it's a little bit thick. I could make it runnier. I could add olive oil to it for if I wanted to. Or what I do with hummus is I typically just put more water in instead of oil, and to make it to the smooth consistency that I want. But it's fine being this thick for me.
It's great for dipping.
Yeah, it's great.
It hung on the tostito really well.
Yeah.
For me.
Like if it's, that's what I tested it with, was the tostito, right? Because I know, well, if it makes the chip crumble when I try to dip it in, it's too thick. But otherwise, like
well,
it didn't...
you dipped it up.
Yeah.
It was a nice big chip, as I recall.
Chip didn't break.
And I am telling you folks, if you like hummus, if Pauline had come into the living room where I was reading this thing, if she told me, okay, here's some hummus, I was going, okay, it's hummus. Yeah? That's how good it is.
Yeah.
Okay?
So this has no chickpeas in it, but what I've done is I've substituted that. I've showed in the past, I've shown people how to make hummus using chana flour, chickpea flour, instead of chickpeas. So, which it's better if you toast it a little bit. It tastes better, but honestly, then you'd be adding acrylamide. So this is way better.
Some things you don't want to toast. Now,
So-
you didn't have to toast this? Is that what you're saying?
Nope.
Wow.
I
There we
just
go.
put this, so this is Lupin flour that I
Might be
used
hard to
instead
get
of
hold of.
chickpeas. And they say that they're discontinuing it at Bulk Barn, and that's why it's 75% off.
Snaffle
So-
it up while you can.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bulk Barn's down in the U.S., but
Yeah. So I don't know where you'll be able to get it
Yeah.
after when they run out of it.
yeah, they had tons of it.
Yeah, they
I
still
don't know
do.
why. Well, the reason why they decided to get rid of it is they've still got tons of it.
Yeah, and
It just
I guess
wasn't
people
jumping
aren't
off the shelf.
exactly. And I think like it's for gluten. It's gluten free. It's keto friendly. It's just a wonderful product from the look of things. It's very high in protein. Very high. This hummus is higher in protein than a typical hummus would be, and way fewer carbs and tastier. And
If anything, it's a little tastier, but
Yeah.
like I was saying, I couldn't tell the difference.
so
It really
was
made that
so
Tostito
easy.
come alive.
yeah, and yeah, the only problem that I can see with the Lupin flour that might be driving, also like, if people don't know how to use something, most people are unlikely to try it. And most people are unlikely to look up recipes, to try new things and whatever. So that's a problem.
With recipes,
When-
it shouldn't
when-
be a terrible problem.
Yeah, you put something
Especially
on the
with something
market.
that's going this cheap.
Yeah. This is cheaper than corn flour right now.
Right now.
At Bulk Barn. So, and way better for a person. So this has, if you have a peanut allergy, this Lupin flour apparently may not be for you. But
We're not sure why that is.
I don't know. But I don't have one, neither does James. It's fine for us. So I was thinking, well, this might be a problem for people if they wanted to make something, like say this hummus, to send in their kids' lunch. Well, you can't. Because with the rules now about peanuts in lunches, I doubt you'd get away with the Lupin in lunches too, right? Because it'd be the same sort of thing. It might trigger an allergy if your kid is sharing it around the class or with their friends or whatever. But honestly, like James and I were talking about it, we don't remember anybody having a peanut allergy in school.
We would have heard
But
about
all
it.
of a sudden,
some kid
you know,
died
there's
of
this-
eating peanuts.
Yeah. But all of a sudden there's rules, oh no, you can't have peanuts, you can't bring peanuts in your lunch. Okay.
And
So
I don't
that
have a
might be
problem with the
problem
rules. It's people are dying from stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's, I suspect it has to do with some of the weird stuff we got in the environment, in our foods, whatever. People are getting bad reactions off this.
So,
Boy, the smoothie's going down well. Thanks for the ice cube.
no problem.
Well,
It's not really a smoothie. What James is
oh,
drinking
sorry,
is
juice.
Daily Greens mixed berry flavor.
Yeah, pretty good.
So
Yeah. Hey,
that's
looks
actually
kind of-
costing him almost as much. Well, no, maybe half as much in net carbs as this.
it looks a little poisonous, but it tastes. Now this thing looks. This doesn't look poisonous. It looks like a girly drink.
Do you want to try it with the
Sure.
yogurt? Yeah, go ahead. That one thing fell off.
How can you hurt your tongue on it?
Tired.
Yeah, I prefer this by far. I'm not a big fan of
That's
dairy
really
products. Well, it's not the sweetness, it's the yogurt. I can taste
Or like,
dairy in it, but Pauline loves dairy. So,
yeah. But anyway, I don't really know what else to say about. I don't know how to promote this product anymore. Then
just encourage people to give it a try.
Yeah.
You'll return to it again. I don't know if you can do it again and again and again because Bulk Barn's getting out of the business, it looks like. I don't know. I didn't even know they made this stuff. But, someone tried some sort of marketing venture. Sometimes these things don't work out. You know, my favorite cookie of all time is Dare peanut butter cookies. So they are peanut butter cookies, but with peanut butter in a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Different concept. And Dare was trying this out maybe in around 1990.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw him again. You know?
Mm.
Yeah. So sometimes they try stuff out.
And well,
And it doesn't sell with most people.
oftentimes, people just keep eating whatever they're accustomed to eating. They don't want to try
The
something
thing
new.
that amazes me is how, I mean, it's one thing kids getting influenced, but adults keep on doing it. You know, they've had stuff pounded at them on advertisements. Now, I'm not embarrassed of this. When I was a kid, I always wanted Rice Krispies because I love Snap, Crackle, and Pop. These three characters were some.
Sure.
Yeah, cartoon characters.
Mm-hmm.
I
I loved Sugar Bear. I didn't love Sugar Crisp cereal. And Lucky Charms, that's got to be the worst cereal ever made. But the commercials were fun.
Yeah. I even liked the Kellogg's Rooster, Crow.
I mean, I begged my
I was
mom,
one of
please
those
get me
cornflakes.
Cracker Jack's popcorn, which has got to be the most disgusting treat out there. It's not a treat. It's gross.
Is that the caramel one? We're not talking about
it's
the
not
pink stuff.
caramel. It's molasses.
Yeah, there we go.
It's so
it is
gross.
horrible stuff. Yep.
But
I did like the
there'd be-
pink elephant ones or whatever.
Yeah, I
they
like
called.
pink elephant. But the Cracker Jack would have the prize.
Yeah.
I wanted the prize, right? And it was a crappy prize. It wasn't worth the price of.
Well,
but tell that to a kid, right?
I mean, the real booby
So-
prize is the actual popcorn.
Yeah.
But yeah, they
I'm-
sell stuff. But when you're a grown up
Mm-hmm.
and you're still craving hot dogs or burgers,
Mm-hmm.
you got a problem. We've just been fed a line.
Mm-hmm. So is Lupin flour the kind of stuff that you could possibly market with a Sugar Bear? No. So good luck. And I remember when I was studying agriculture in university, apparently Alberta, I think it was Alberta beef, decided they wanted to market Alberta beef, which a lot of people in Alberta say, oh, it's the best beef in the world. Maybe, I have no idea, but
How do you tell?
I don't know, but apparently it's very different. They wanted to market it in Japan, and the way that they produce it or eat it in Japan, they slice it really, really, really thin, so that it's like in a soup or something, and it's just like paper thin. Well, Alberta beef doesn't do that. It doesn't slice that way, because people here, that's not how they eat it. And so instead of trying to produce a product, they wanted to sell beef to Japan. So rather than producing a product that Japanese people would want to buy, they decided to send along like little recipe things or whatever with the beef, and here, try this. Well, it didn't work. You know, you got to produce what people actually want to buy. And so
Perhaps.
Lupin flour, this seems superior to me. But good luck trying to convince people of this. Try it. Try making hummus out of it. And you will see, oh wow, this is better.
We've made similar problems when it comes to wheat for bread, right? We produce the stuff that most people around the world don't care for. They like flatbreads.
Exactly.
They're raised on flatbreads.
Yep.
So we got the stuff that's used traditionally for making white bread, and the fluffy stuff that I used to love when I was a kid. Now, I don't know. It's like eating a bunch of air or something like that. Is this Harley that's coming down the oven?
Oh, I think it is.
No salmon for today. Harley's is the neighborhood star when it comes to dogs.
He's such a good guy.
Except we've got one, except we don't take it out for walks. Is that Harley there?
Yes, it is.
Hi,
Harley, you're such a good dog.
He's such a good guy.
And a handsome dog, too.
Say hi.
There we go, Harley. You're such
Hi,
a friendly
Harley.
dog.
It's okay. Did you want some hummus?
I'm good.
Okay.
But how old is Harley getting to be?
I made it with lupin flour, so it's a total
Almost 20 now.
almost 20.
Holy
great.
smokes, he's in good health.
He's such a good guy.
But that's because he gets regular walks. I would never have guessed. Harley?
Now that's me. Don't let him take the stairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's such a healthy guy.
Yeah. Harley, you keep on going. Long may you run, as Neil Young once said.
13
20 years
minutes
old.
left. Boy, oh boy.
Well, take care and thank you for...
Thanks for bringing him over. Oh boy. So I'm going to show you Harley walking away. There he is. Handsome Harley.
Camera right now.
Yeah.
There we go, Harley.
Okay.
He's such a friendly dog.
So we're going to talk about Nightmare Alley.
He wants to hang around in our yard for a while.
Oh, that's good.
That's nice. Oh, he's decorating the yard.
That's
good.
fine
Thank
too.
you, Harley.
Thank you, Harley. See you later.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah, he's a good dog.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Have you ever
Chihuahua.
met a Chihuahua that doesn't yap? That's Harley.
He never
He's so
yapped.
great.
I've never heard him yap, ever. And he's a handsome guy.
Yep.
He might have, when he was younger, been as handsome as our little guy.
So anyway.
I'd like to think not, because our little guy's the handsomest dog ever.
But everyone thinks that about their dog, right? So, what was it? Nightmare Alley. So we gave that top of the stack. It's from like 1941 or something like that, was it? Black and white. And I realized pretty soon into it that they made a remake of it recently,
And
which
which
I've
you've
seen.
yeah.
But,
And which was better?
I don't know. I would say this one.
The
The
original.
remake
Yeah.
is a bit too.
How did
They-
they mess
I
up
mean-
remakes?
They made it a bit more graphic and stuff, I think, than
Okay.
and whatever. But
Oh.
there were the remake,
That's
as
how
I
you mess up
remember it,
remakes.
the ending did make more sense, and it was, I think, a better ending with the remake.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't really know what to say about it. I think everyone did a good job.
It seemed a little lengthy to me.
It
but,
was a little bit long.
I don't know what the time count on it was, but it was another one where I basically didn't notice it was in black and white. And that's like right from the start. It was in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's a sign with a black and white movie that they're actually doing the job.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have to do it in black and white then. I think they'd had color movies for 10 years or so by World War II and things like that. I'd always heard about Tyrone Power. I'd probably seen him before, but his face, but never identified the name with the face. I thought he did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were saying it was his attempt to establish himself as something other than just another pretty face. I guess he did that. He was a handsome kind of guy. And unlike a lot of guys back then, he wasn't lugging around a spare tire around the middle.
Oh, was that coming back then?
Yeah, but some of the stars would be getting a little bit older. Their pants would come up higher and higher. I used to kind of laugh at older guys when I was younger, because they'd have the pants up practically to their armpits and so on and so forth. That's kind of like the style. Pants, I mean, they've been able to make pants that kind of, you can have them ride low and not necessarily come off your bum. Of course, that seems to be the fashion nowadays, you know. You wear pants that are just sliding off. Now there are some guys, you know, like when jeans were popular, they'd have the big gut on them, and their pants would be riding them. I mean, the gut was just forcing the belt, like right off their bum, stuff like that. Guys, don't let that happen to you. It's
well,
not because it looks bad.
Yeah, it just can't be healthy.
You're much more susceptible to heart attack if you put on pounds. I guess it's above, especially above the navel and stuff like that. That's just a correlation. I don't know exactly what the causation would be, but all other things being equal, you're going to die and die much earlier. I had a brother who didn't have that's one big health challenge I've got with cancer. He eventually developed cancer, but he developed diabetes, and he lasted as many months as looks as though I'm going to last in terms of years. That's because he got diabetes. Why did he get diabetes? Sedentary lifestyle. Too much food, too much rich food, and stuff like that. And it's a stone cold killer. So he died when he was about 73 or something like that. On my dad's side of the family, the genes are good.
So the thing with feathers, I will say,
Okay.
not good. Very boring. It seemed really long.
Uh-oh.
And it was just about a guy who was grieving. He'd lost his wife and he started having some hallucinations and whatever.
That sounds a bit over the top.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think it is kind of over the top. I don't think it's really believable.
No.
It's just the guy happened to be a comic book illustrator, writer. And
We
I
did
think
both.
this was
Some people do.
just an idea. Yeah.
All right.
So that was the main character, and it might have been based on
A real character.
the guy. He was. You know how people, like writers, will write a story about writers or whatever. So maybe he was writing this story about a comic book thing because that's what he does. I don't know. But
Can you
anyway,
think
it
of,
didn't really work.
I don't know if I can think of a book that way, but yeah, don't do it. You know? It's like poets writing poems about writing poetry or something like that. Unless you're Stéphane Mallarmé, don't do it. The thing about Stéphane is he didn't write a lot of stuff. He took a lot of time with him. Yeah. He wrote one poem that seemed to be a little bit about a writing block or whatever, talking about a white sheet of paper. Ordinarily, don't try it. Don't even try it. Don't bother.
So I filled up on. I don't want that anymore.
Yes.
This is just so delicious.
Well, there you go, folks.
Anyway. And I don't have to worry. I could eat this whole thing probably and I wouldn't have very many net carbs. The most of the net carbs in this comes from the tahini, and that's not even very high in net carbs. So this is amazing. This is a great keto dish. Anyway.
Harley, 20 years old. If someone had said 10, I would have said, yeah, okay, maybe.
And I think that, like this story, it was an alcoholic, with Nightmare Alley. And I don't think that's really believable. Would people do anything if they're an alcoholic for a drink? Because being a circus geek, come on. Anyway, do you have anything else to talk about?
I was just going to mention geek. I'm kind of like a geek for languages and linguistics. And I was teaching myself, not really how to read Dutch. I noticed this word, it's spelled G-E-K, And ordinarily we say gek, but the Dutch would say hek, something like that. Hek. Hek. And I was going, and I knew that was cognate with the German G-E-C-K, gek. I'm going, well, that's got to be geek in English. I suspect through Yiddish, more from the gek. And, it looks as though it got into English vis-a-vis circus geek. So it became specialized, and then from that it became generalized again, because I think it's relatively general. It just means a fool, from what I can tell.
Yeah, you're right.
In German. Now it's come to
Now it means a nerdy person.
A what?
A nerdy person.
Yeah.
Somebody.
So it's become specialized.
So that's
again.
weird. Yeah.
For a while, like a geek was just someone who was a real loser. But now it's a nerdy loser. Let me tell you.
It's just somebody who's unpopular. They're unpopular because they're intelligent and whatever.
Yeah. So a long time ago, this was still when I was still in university in the 70s. I was still in my 20s. I came up with the term generalized geek, which is people who are nerdy about whatever. So they'd have gym rats. They're geeks to me. Well, there was one guy I used to notice, and what was his name? It was a freaky kind of name. I guess I better not mention it. He was a bad guy. He picked me and another person out. It was almost like a lineup, but he was doing intramural. It was a 3-team basketball competition, 3-man basketball competition. None of his players turned up. So he picked one person and me at random, just going about in the hallway. Can you play on my team? Oh yeah. Last name Dunk. Can you believe that? Dunk. What an idiot. So he had more technique on the other guy than me. He wouldn't pass the ball to us. And we got stuff. But the thing is, I was a better athlete than him. I should have used the inner passing and just going back and forth. No, he had to hog the ball. But I can remember seeing him shooting in the gym, and he'd always pick the same spots. You know, defenders just love guys who practice like that, because all they do is they force them to shoot to places they're not
exactly.
So there are all sorts of gym rats like that go around. They've got nothing going for them. They spend all their time doing that and going nowhere.
Yeah, it's like me and my chess game. I have a really good chess game, one. And once you learn my chess game, like I'll beat you the first time. But once you learn it, I can't.
Counter?
Yeah, I can't play chess.
No.
I only have one game.
Well, you're different in the sense that if you spent all your time doing that, playing the same game, then
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. But
I just
then
haven't had an interest in playing a different game. I'm like, okay, well, I have one really great game. What's the chance that somebody's going to want to play 2 games with me? They'll play one game and they'll be like, wow, she's an awesome chess player. No, I'm not. I have one good game. But unless you play 2 games with me, you won't know, right? Because I will just play that same game.
Well, you might be able to beat me. I've got no patience for chess.
Only the first time.
I don't know. I have no patience for chess. I don't like beating people one-on-one. I just don't like games like that. It's the same way with tennis or whatever. I like playing team sports, and I like emphasizing the team aspect of it. But I have no patience for it. People, and I've noticed.
I'm not a team